A star is born, early life and college days. Lawrence Taylor, often known simply as LT, is a name that resonates with football fans around the world. But before he became a legend, he was just a young boy with big dreams and an even bigger drive. This is the story of his early life and college days where the foundation of his greatness was laid. Lawrence Taylor wasn't born a superstar, he was built. From a young age, LT showed a remarkable dedication to physical fitness and sports. He spent countless hours training in local parks, lifting weights, and honing his skills. His determination was evident to everyone who knew him. Friends and family recall a young Lawrence who was always pushing himself to be better, faster, and stronger. From humble beginnings in Williamsburg, Virginia, LT showed flashes of the athlete he would become. Growing up in a tight-knit community, he was surrounded by supportive family and friends who encouraged his passion for football. Neighborhood games were a common sight, and it was here that LT began to develop his natural talent. His agility, speed, and strength set him apart from his peers, even at a young age. But it was at the University of North Carolina where he truly began to blossom. As a Tar Heel, LT's potential started to be realized. The university provided him with the platform to showcase his abilities on a larger stage. Coaches and teammates quickly took notice of his raw talent and relentless work ethic. It was here that he began to refine his skills and understand the nuances of the game. As a Tar Heel, his raw talent was undeniable. He quickly became a standout player, known for his explosive tackles and unmatched intensity on the field. His performances were nothing short of spectacular, earning him recognition and respect from opponents and fans alike. LT's ability to read the game and anticipate plays made him a formidable force on the defense. He was a force on the field, a whirlwind of energy and aggression. Every game was an opportunity for LT to prove himself, and he never disappointed. His presence was felt in every play, and his impact was undeniable. Coaches often marveled at his ability to change the course of a game single-handedly. His passion for the sport was evident in every tackle, every sprint, and every moment he spent on the field. He wasn't yet the polished product, but everyone knew they were watching something special. LT's college years were a time of growth and learning. He made mistakes, faced challenges, and overcame obstacles. But through it all, his potential shone brightly. Teammates and coaches alike recognized that they were witnessing the rise of a future star. The excitement and anticipation surrounding his performances were palpable. Even with all the talent, nobody could have predicted what would come next. LT's journey was just beginning, and the best was yet to come. His college years laid the groundwork for what would become a legendary career. The lessons he learned, the skills he developed, and the experiences he gained would all play a crucial role in his future success. Coaches' inspirational talks and moments of reflection on the bench were all part of his growth. LT was about to unleash a revolution on the NFL, forever changing the way the game was played. His transition from college to professional football was seamless, and he quickly made a name for himself in the NFL. His impact on the game was profound, and his legacy continues to inspire future generations of athletes. The story of Lawrence Taylor is a testament to the power of hard work, determination, and an unyielding passion for the game. Welcome to the show. Today, we dive into the incredible journey of Lawrence Taylor, a player whose impact on the NFL is still felt to this day. From his early days to his explosive entry into the league, Taylor's story is one of raw talent, determination, and an unyielding desire to be the best. Taylor's explosive entry into the NFL. Known for his ferocious playing style and unmatched athleticism, Taylor quickly became a household name. His ability to read the game and make split-second decisions set him apart from his peers. 1981, the New York Giants drafted Lawrence Taylor second overall. It was a decision that would forever alter the trajectory of the franchise. The Giants were in desperate need of a game-changer, and they found one in Taylor. His arrival brought a new sense of hope and excitement to the team and its fans. Nobody knew it then, but the course of NFL history was about to change. Taylor's presence on the field was nothing short of electrifying. His speed, strength, and instinctive playmaking abilities made him a force to be reckoned with. Opponents quickly realized that facing Taylor was no ordinary challenge. LT didn't just want to play in the NFL, he wanted to dominate, and dominate he did. From his very first game, Taylor set the tone for what would be a legendary career. His tackles were bone-crushing, his sacks were game-changing, and his presence on the field was intimidating. He had a unique ability to disrupt the opposing team's game plan single-handedly. His rookie season was unlike anything the league had seen. Taylor's performance was so outstanding that he was named both the Defensive Rookie of the Year and the Defensive Player of the Year. This was an unprecedented achievement, showcasing just how special a player he was. His impact was immediate and profound, and he quickly became the cornerstone of the Giants' defense. He was a one-man wrecking crew, racking up sacks and striking fear into the hearts of quarterbacks everywhere. His ability to get to the quarterback was unparalleled, and his aggressive style of play left a lasting impression on everyone who watched him. Taylor's dominance on the field was a sight to behold, and he quickly earned the respect and admiration of his peers and fans alike. He was named Defensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. These accolades were a testament to his incredible talent and hard work. Taylor's achievements didn't stop there. He continued to excel throughout his career, earning numerous awards and accolades along the way. His impact on the game was undeniable, and he set a new standard for what it meant to be a defensive player in the NFL. The league had never seen a player make such an immediate impact. LT had arrived. His legacy is one of greatness, and his influence on the game of football is still felt today. Lawrence Taylor's explosive entry into the NFL is a story of talent, determination, and an unwavering desire to be the best. His journey serves as an inspiration to aspiring athletes everywhere, reminding us all of the power of hard work and dedication. LT, more than just a linebacker. Before LT, linebackers were linebackers. They were big, strong, and tackled people. But Lawrence Taylor was different. He was a new breed. He had the size and strength of a linebacker, but moved with the speed and agility of a defensive back. He wasn't just tackling people, he was hunting quarterbacks. He was a relentless force of nature, and offenses had no answer for him. He was the first of his kind, a prototype that would change the way the game was played. The fear factor, how LT forced offenses to change their game. Lawrence Taylor, or LT as he was famously known, was a game-changer in every sense of the word. His presence on the field was nothing short of terrifying for opposing offenses. But how exactly did he force entire teams to rethink their strategies? Let's dive into the impact LT had on the game of football. Before LT, teams predominantly ran the ball. The running game was the bread and butter of most offenses. Coaches relied heavily on their running backs to gain yardage and control the clock. The passing game was more of a secondary option, used sparingly, and often only when necessary. The focus was on ground and pound football, wearing down defenses with a relentless rushing attack. They threw the ball when they had to, usually on third downs or in desperate situations. The quarterback's role was more about managing the game than being the focal point of the offense. Passing plays were often slow developing, giving the defense ample time to react and adjust. It was a different era, one where the ground game reigned supreme. But Lawrence Taylor changed all that. His speed, strength, and sheer tenacity made him a nightmare for offensive lines. He could blow past blockers with ease, disrupting plays before they even had a chance to develop. His ability to rush the passer was unparalleled, and it forced teams to rethink their entire offensive approach. He put the fear of God into quarterbacks and offensive coordinators. Every time he lined up, there was a palpable sense of dread. Quarterbacks knew they had to get rid of the ball quickly, or risk being taken down by LT. Offensive coordinators had to devise new strategies to neutralize his impact, often dedicating multiple blockers to contain him. Suddenly, teams were game planning around a single player. They had to. LT's presence on the field was so disruptive that it forced offenses to adapt. Coaches spent countless hours in the film room trying to find ways to slow him down. They had to account for him on every single play, knowing that one mistake could lead to disaster. Double teams, triple teams, it didn't matter. LT was coming, and he was coming hard. His relentless pursuit of the quarterback was unmatched, and it often took multiple players to even slow him down. Offensive lines had to be at their best, and even then, it was often not enough. LT's impact was felt on every snap, and it changed the way teams approached the game. LT was coming, and he was coming hard. His ability to disrupt plays and create chaos in the backfield was a game-changer. Quarterbacks had to be aware of his presence at all times, knowing that he could strike at any moment. His impact was not just physical but psychological as well. He got into the heads of opposing players, making them second-guess their decisions. He forced offenses to become more creative, to find new ways to protect the quarterback. Coaches had to innovate, coming up with new blocking schemes and quick-release passing plays. The traditional, slow-developing plays were no longer viable against a player of LT's caliber. offenses had to evolve, and they did, ushering in a new era of football. To find new ways to protect the quarterback, teams had to get creative. They implemented quick-release passing plays, designed to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands as fast as possible. Offensive lines practiced tirelessly, working on their blocking techniques and communication. The entire offensive strategy shifted, all because of one player. He single-handedly ushered in the age of the passing game. By forcing teams to find ways to get the ball out quicker, LT changed the very fabric of football. The passing game became more prominent, with quarterbacks taking on a more central role in the offense. The game became faster, more dynamic, and more exciting to watch. By forcing teams to find ways to get the ball out quicker, LT not only changed the way the game was played, but also paved the way for future generations of defensive players. His legacy is felt to this day, as teams continue to innovate and adapt in response to dominant defensive forces. Lawrence Taylor was more than just a player. He was a revolutionary force in the world of football. Section 5. A career forged in glory, championships, and accolades. Lawrence Taylor's career wasn't just defined by changing the game, it was defined by winning. He was a two-time Super Bowl champion, leading the New York Giants to victory in Super Bowl 21 and 25. He was a three-time Defensive Player of the Year, a testament to his consistent dominance. And in 1986, he achieved what no defensive player had done before, or has done since. He was named the NFL's most valuable player, that's right, the MVP, a defensive player. Think about that for a second. Section 6. Beyond the Field, Taylor's Battles and Triumphs. Lawrence Taylor's story wasn't always pretty. He battled demons off the field, facing addiction and personal struggles. But even in his darkest hours, his talent and determination shone through. He faced his demons head-on, seeking help and finding redemption. LT's story is a reminder that even the greatest athletes are human, capable of both incredible highs and devastating lows. Section 7. The Legacy of LT, an Enduring Impact. Lawrence Taylor's legacy extends far beyond the stats and the accolades. He changed the way the game was played, inspiring a generation of defensive players to follow in his footsteps. He showed the world that defense could be just as exciting, just as dominant as offense. His impact can still be seen today, in the way linebackers are trained, in the way offenses game plan. He set a standard that few have been able to reach. Section 8. Still relevant, LT's influence on today's game. Even though he's been retired for years, Lawrence Taylor's presence is still felt in the NFL. His highlight reels are still studied by players and coaches. His name still whispered with reverence in locker rooms across the league. His impact on the game is undeniable, and his legacy as one of the greatest to ever play the game is secure. Section 9. Lawrence Taylor, a force of nature. Lawrence Taylor was more than just a football player. He was a force of nature, a once-in-a-generation talent who changed the game forever. He played with a ferocity and passion that was unmatched, and his impact on the NFL is still felt today. He was and always will be one of the greatest to ever do it.